Let's take a look at what was done to install SXV wheels on my 2009 RXV 450 Enduro. Here you can see the wheels fit just fine. I don't have any issues with rubbing or chain rub on the tire. This gives you a little better view of what's going on here with the wheel, the swing arm, and the chain. It's a very tight fit, but it does fit. One thing that I've done is I've flipped around the bolts for the chain guide. They were rubbing on the wheel when they were installed in the factory orientation. So they're backwards, and the bolt to the right fell off during a ride, I guess, so that one looks a little different. A little bit better view showing you what's going on. It is a very tight fit, maybe a couple millimeters of clearance, but my tire does not have any chain rub, which is great. Try to give a little bit better view here of the clearance between the chain and the tire and the swing arm. A little bit difficult to see, but it does clear. Another thing I did to give me a little breathing room was I did a little grinding on the chain guard to give it a little bit more clearance for the rim. The standard setup was going to rub, so I don't see any harm in doing that little bit of grinding. Now, something to keep in mind is the side stand needs to be shortened when you're running the Supermoto wheels. Fortunately for me, when I bought the wheels secondhand, it came with the appropriate side stand. So the SXV side stand is on the left, RXV side stand on the right. This gives it the right amount of lean when it's on the side stand. I have no fears of it falling over. One other thing that I do is I run a larger rear sprocket on the Enduro wheel. Gives me a little bit better response off-road. This means I have a separate chain that I put on every time I swap wheels. Not a real big deal, but it is something that I take the time and swap chains, make sure that everything lines up the way it should. The front wheel was a direct bolt-on. I had no issues. However, the wheel, the axle spacers, they all fit just fine for me. I did buy these secondhand, so I don't know everything that went into the build, but obviously it's an RXV rotor because it fits up with my stock caliper perfectly. That's the easiest swap of all of them. The rear does have the narrower RXV hub and wider SXV rim. I wish I could tell you the length of the spokes that were used. I really don't know, since it was assembled before I bought it. I don't know everything that went into it. All I know is it fits great. Very happy with it. Well, I hope this was helpful to somebody. If you have an RXV, you want to put some Supermoto wheels on it, it's definitely doable. My bike's a good example. Totally thrilled with it.